Today, let's talk about homework, the thing that we all have to do during our course to get a good grade to be successful in our course. Let's take a look. At the end of the unit, you'll always see the assignments that you need to complete. These assignments may be one of three types. You may have discussion boards, you may have assignments, or you may have quizzes, or you may have a combination of the three. So we're going to take a look at those three types of assignments. The first one is probably the easiest one to kind of figure out how to do and also utilize on Brightspace. Discussion boards are where you're going to read the prompt that your professor has given you, and then you're going to post to the discussion board so that your classmates can see your responses. To start your own post, you need to click on the big blue button that says Start a New Thread, aka this means start your own post. When you click on that button, it's going to appear with a text box that you can type in. So with discussion boards, you can type directly on Brightspace and submit your responses. You'll enter a subject. You can title it what the name of your post is about. Some people put their name in there so the professor can easily identify them. And then in the bottom box, this is where you're going to write your response. You're going to write your response to the questions from the assignment prompt and make sure you answer all of the questions in the discussion board and also make your post long enough. When I say you need to make it long enough, in the bottom left-hand corner of the text box, you'll see something that says the amount of words you have typed. So make sure that your discussion board post meets the requirements of the assignment prompt. When you're ready to post your discussion board, you hit the word post. If you want to go ahead and read your classmates' post, you go back to the discussion board and click on the name of their post, and you can see what they've written. When you scroll down, then you'll be able to click on the word reply to be able to reply to your classmates. Some discussion boards ask you to reply to other classmates, some of them don't specify, but it's always good practice to always respond to one or two classmates to make sure that you are one creating a good classroom community that's online, and also so you can kind of, I would say, expand your perspectives by getting to ask questions to your classmates and get to know more about what your classmates believe on a certain topic. The other type of assignment you'll see in Brightspace are literally called assignments. These come in the forms of reflections or comprehension exercises. Basically, with assignments in Brightspace, you're going to read the prompt, you're going to read the instructions and read it very carefully, and then you are going to type your response in a Word document and submit on Brightspace. This is different than discussion boards because discussion boards, you were able to type your response right on Brightspace. But for assignments, you have to write it in a Word document or a Google document and then upload it to Brightspace. That is a big key step. And I'm going to say it one more time for folks to remember. You got to read the prompt first and then write your response in a Word document or a Google document. Then you need to save it to your computer. And when I say save it to somewhere you will remember and find your assignments. And also make sure you save it with a title that reflects what this assignment was about, whether it's Unit 1 reflection or Unit 2 assignment. Make sure you name it something you will remember. And number 3, you need to go back to Brightspace and then click on this word that says upload. You'll click on upload to add and attach your assignment for your professor to grade. One big thing to remember about assignments is you've got to submit them on Brightspace. If you submit it via email, your professor may not accept your assignment. So Make sure you submit on Brightspace. When you scroll down on the assignment page, there are a few things I do want you to notice. One, obviously, is that submission area where you'll upload your document. I also want to point out that it also has other buttons like record. If your professor asks you to record an audio or video recording of yourself, you can do it right here on Brightspace. The other thing it says is that you can actually drag and drop files here. So if you have the file on your desktop, you can click and drag and drop it, and it will upload it right here. The other thing that's really important that's at the bottom of the assignment page are the grading rubrics. And the grading rubrics express what your professor is grading you on. What are their expectations around your assignment submission? This may be saying things about what they expect in terms of grammar and writing. This may be something about the amount of depth that you've put into your response. This may be the reference to certain concepts and vocabulary from the unit. Make sure that you are always reviewing the grading rubrics before you submit your assignments, because the grading rubrics will help you understand how to get an A on the assignment and how to meet all your professor's expectations. The third type of homework you may have in your class are called quizzes, and the quizzes are pretty self-explanatory. You will read the instructions, you'll fill it out right on Brightspace, and it's as simple as that. The one thing that I will tell people about quizzes are that you want to pay attention very carefully to the instructions. Your professor will make a point of saying what the quiz will cover, where it comes from, the information and the questions, how much time you'll have to complete the quiz, how many questions are on the quiz, what types of questions you'll have on the quiz, and if you're allowed multiple attempts at the quiz. Sometimes your professor will allow you unlimited number of attempts. Sometimes they'll only say you have one attempt. It depends. Read the instructions before you hit that start quiz button, because if your quiz is a timed quiz where you will have a certain amount of time to complete the quiz before you submit, it is very important that when you hit that start quiz button, the time is starting. So don't hit that start quiz button until you are absolutely ready and you have read all of the directions before starting the quiz. Quizzes are important to always read the instructions, and then when you are absolutely ready to begin your quiz, then you hit the start quiz button. And then you'll fill out your answers, you'll select the right one, and then you'll hit submit, and then it's as simple as that. Those are the 3 types of assignments you might see on Brightspace, and the homework that you will probably encounter in your classes. Make sure you always do your homework also. That is a thing that I always have to tell everyone to remember, but your classes are composed of both reading and watching content, but also making sure you submit it, because that is important for attendance purposes. Make sure you do your homework. If you haven't done it already, do it now. Take care and have a great day.